welcome back to your 30-day wellness challenge with Abby. I'm Abby, and today we are on day 6, balance and beyond. So yesterday in day 5, we found more length, especially in tree pose. So today we're going to focus more on poses and finding that balance. And then also looking at finding more balance in our daily routines. So let's get started. Let's bring your hands to prayer at heart center and gently close your eyes. Start to be aware of your breath. Remember, we are inhaling to 4, exhaling to 4. Taking the deepest breaths you've taken all day. I want you to focus on that right now. Inhale to 4, exhale to 4. And let's keep those racing thoughts away here. Let's focus on breath and calming your mind. Focus on breath. Inhale to 4, exhale to 4. And then also setting your intention today. So send out love, send out your good energy, take a nice deep breath, and as you exhale, send out that good energy. It's always good to dedicate your practice. So we're here for a couple more big deep breaths, keeping your eyes gently closed. As always, you can be on your chair. Make sure that you are doing what's best for you. All right, let's slowly release the hands now. And we're gonna come to stand. So I'm gonna set my blanket aside. I'll set it right there. We're gonna come to stand. We're gonna have our feet at hip distance apart. So look down at your feet. It's always the front of your hip. And then, like we went over alignment in the previous videos, look at where your rib cage is, as your rib cage stacked right above your hips. All right, shoulders are down, away from your ears. You're finding length throughout your spine, including lifting the crown of your head up to the ceiling while giving a gentle tuck to your chin. So gently close your eyes here in this low mountain pose and get good and grounded and find some good balance here as you're gripping your mat with all corners of your feet. You're engaging your legs. Your joints are stacked, but let's give a little tightness. Let's engage our abdomen as well, giving our back some really good support in this standing pose. Again, you're finding length throughout your spine by lifting the crown of your head. Your palms are facing up as you squeeze the shoulder blades together. Focus on breath. Inhale to 4, exhale to 5. Exhale to 4. Finding just really good balance here as you kind of ground down with your feet, all corners of your feet into your mat. So maybe gently close your eyes again and focus on breath and finding more length throughout your spine. Let's hold this for a couple more deep breaths here. And let's focus on quieting the mind, making sure that we're focused on breath. All right, we're gonna come back to prayer at heart center. We're gonna put our weight onto our right foot. We're gonna go into that tree pose again. So go ahead and kickstand the left foot out. So here, we're putting all of our weight onto our right leg. We're really shifting that weight to the right leg, but we're keeping our core engaged as well. So maybe you stay right here in kickstand, or you slowly come to your shin. This is where the chair is really handy. I'm going to bring it off to my right. So if we are putting all of our weight onto that right foot, we want our chair on our right side so that it's nice and handy for us. So you're here, or if you'd like to grow your branches, reach through the fingertips, tuck the chin, and lift the crown of your head. Or maybe you've done tree pose a lot and you'd like to come all the way up to here, to your inner thigh, and lift up through the fingertips. Maybe you want to be challenged even more here in tree pose and start to gaze up. This is where I feel the breeze in my tree pose. But even more challenging is looking up toward the ceiling or looking up towards the sky here. And it's okay if you fall out of this pose. That means that you are pushing yourself, but then you're also working on balance. So this knee, if you're all the way up here, make sure that it keeps kind of driving out towards your left side here. All right, we're holding this pose for just a couple more deep breaths. And then as you exhale, bring that left knee forward and left foot down. Shake out that right ankle. Now, maybe you're having a hard time with these balance postures because your mind is just not able to focus on this right now. I want you to focus even more on breath then here. Inhaling to 4, exhaling to 4. So really focus on being present to this moment on your mat. All right, tree pose on the left. We're going to shift our weight onto our left foot. We're going to kickstand that right foot out. My chair is now on the left for my left hand. Maybe you stay right here in kickstand, or with the assistance of your chair, you bring it to your shin. Or maybe you're experienced with your tree pose and you bring it to your inner thigh. Again, this is your practice. Make sure that you are listening to what feels most comfortable for you. And if you want more of a challenge, you can grow your branches. Keep taking your deep breaths here. And if your foot is up to your inner thigh, open up this knee a little bit more. Drive it out towards your right. Check in with your core. Is your core engaged here? Give yourself a very solid foundation. Again, I'm feeling the breeze. So let's hold this for one more deep breath here. And as you exhale, hands come back to prayer at heart center. Release that right knee forward and right foot down. Another pointer with tree pose is making sure that you have a focal point. I forgot to mention that. As I'm looking straight into the camera right now, it is helping me to focus on a point while I'm doing my balance postures. That will help you feel much more stable in tree pose. All right, we're going to be moving on. Next, we're going to do a quad stretch, just a simple quad stretch, but we're going to find more balance in it. And we're going to align our spine so that we can even feel more of a stretch throughout these quads. All right, I'm just going to keep switching this chair around. So we're going to move our weight onto our right foot. And make sure your chair is handy. We're going to bring our hand to the top of our left foot. So our knee is going to line up with our right knee. Now look at where your hips are and where your torso is. We're going to make sure that we're not leaning forward. Let's bring it back and let's stack up our joints and then lift the crown of our head with a gentle tuck of our chin. Do you notice how that pulls more on that left quad? You're going to feel it kind of all the way up to your left hip. So keep finding more length by lifting the crown of your head and tucking your chin. Are you focusing on a focal point? That is going to be helpful in this stretch as well. We're going to hold here for one more deep breath. And as you exhale, slowly release. All right, let's move on to the other side. I feel like I'm playing musical chairs with myself. All right, sorry, got distracted. Let's lift up this right leg. Bring your hand to your right foot. Match up the knees. Let's look at where our torso is. Is it stacked right above your hips? Now, lift the crown of your head up to the ceiling and find more length here. Find your focal point again. Whenever a stretch or a pose gets hard, you can always smile, and that helps kind of ease up on whatever you may be feeling. Just felt myself smile and it helped. Thought I would share that. So keep lifting the crown of your head up to the ceiling and find more length. One more deep breath. And as you exhale, slowly release. All right, shake out those legs. Maybe give the arms a little shake as well. We're going to move into chair pose next. I'm going to set this aside. Heel toe the feet together. Hands are going to come back to prayer. And now we're going to sink down into our chair pose. We're going to put our weight into our heels. And then slowly release down a little bit more. Hands are pressing firmly together here. You can always bring your hands to prayer while sitting in your chair as well. Make sure that you're doing what's best for you today. So lower on down a little bit more. Are you focusing on your focal point again? And then sink down a little bit lower. Holding here for one more deep breath. And as you exhale, let's slowly release. All right, we're going to come up to a high mountain. We're going to take our inhale. Exhale, come back to prayer. Come back to chair. Sink down into those heels. Hands keep pressing firmly together. Let's do that again. Come all the way up, mountain. Inhale. Exhale, hands come back to prayer and come back to chair. Sink down into those heels a little bit lower. We're here for one more deep breath. And as you exhale, let's slowly release to that low mountain pose. Feet come back out to hip distance apart. Let's come back to this low mountain and just remind ourselves to be present, to keep the racing thoughts away. Allow your mind to be quiet right now, right here. And let's find more length and good alignment in this standing pose. Let's gently close our eyes again and focus on breath. Inhale to 4, exhale to 4. Tuck the chin. All corners of your feet are gripping your mat. Check in with your torso. Make sure it's above your hips. Really drop those shoulders down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the crown of your head up to the ceiling and keep finding more length here. Let's hold here for one more deep breath. And as you exhale, you can gently open your eyes. Shake out those legs again. Is there another time that you can come to this standing pose today? Or if you are standing for a long period of time, can you give a quick glance at your hips, at your torso? Are they aligned? Could you give a little more length by lifting the crown of your head? I want you to think about how this feels, and if you can take some time and align yourself, especially if you have to stand for a long period of time today. or tomorrow or the next day. Let's give our spine some more length. Let's give our body more length, more breathing room, but also find really good balance. All right, let's come down to our comfortable seat here on our mat. We're going to end today in the seated pose, or maybe on your chair. We're going to bring our hands back to prayer at heart center and gently close your eyes and just remember your intention that you set in the beginning of class or the beginning of this session. Sending out love, sending out good energy. Namaste. So today I encourage you to write in your journal your daily routines. What do you like or dislike about these routines? Do you want to make any changes? How can you find more balance throughout your day in these daily routines? When are you able to quiet your mind and also take those deep breaths? How can we create a balance with working hard, but also taking breaks to focus on deep breathing, focus on being present? Our days are busy. We want to do a lot throughout our days. But if we're on the constant go, that can catch up with us. So I'm encouraging you to evaluate those daily routines and see how you can add in a few deep breaths or add in just some time for yourself to be present, to relax mind and body, and overall create balance. Thank you for joining me on your 30-day wellness challenge. Day 6, balance and beyond. If you're liking my videos, make sure that you subscribe. Thank you.